What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Week 5 pregame show. Today, we're going to be breaking down all of the NFL Week 5 action. We're going to be talking spreads, points, money line. We're going to be talking all of it. We're going to be going through all of it, giving our takes, giving what we think is going to happen. Before we do any of that, like, subscribe, please, please, please hit the noti bell. We really appreciate it. Let's get into things right away. Dalt, your cameras look a little blurry there, bud. You're going a little blurry. Is out of focus?
I'm not sure why.
Let's try turning it off, back on. Got a little blurry action going. That's weird. It's fine for the other one. He's gone. Now you see me. Now you don't. We can hear him still. All right, but we are going to be breaking down Week 5. My dog is there. He is. There he is. Looks much better now. We can see him. See his pretty face. We're going to start off with Thursday Night Football. Rams at 49. Sorry, God, this is so backwards every time. It's Rams hosting the 49ers. The Vegas Insider has it upside down. I hate it. Rams hosting the 49ers. The line's currently at -5.5. Money line -265. I'm taking Rams all day in this. The 49ers just lost at home to the Jaguars. Rams hammer. I like the Rams.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, especially at home, divisional game. I think the Rams are going to come out on top on this one. What's the spread?
-5.5.
-5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Rams -5.5.
Cool. All right, now we have Browns Vikings in London. Technically a Browns home game. This will be more like a Vikings home game. Vikings have played over there a lot. Done really well over there for the most part, other than this last week, unfortunately. But I told you last week, I told you 3 months ago, I told you when the schedule came out, I said hammer the Vikings in this week no matter what. And that is because the Vikings have been overseas for, as of today, a little under a week. 6 days they've been overseas. The Browns don't even get there for 2 more days. So by the time the Browns get there, the Vikings will have adjusted to the time zone for over a week. It is such an advantage getting good restful sleep. You've done all your PR stuff. You've visited all the fans already. You're feeling good. Your body's catching up back to normal. And this other team coming in, they just traveled, Cleveland. I bet it's a 9-hour flight from Cleveland. Then they get off the plane. Then they're immediately going into a practice. Then the next morning they're waking up and immediately doing a fan event. Then going to a practice. Then going to meetings. Then going straight to bed. Then waking up and doing a football game, right? And on their body clock, it's at that point, it'll be 8 in the morning for them, and they're not getting a good sleep. So take the Vikings. Trust me on this one. The Browns will not be the same defense. They will not look as good. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Vikings are only at -4.5. The under is set at 36. I would actually take the over on that because any under in the mid 30s, I would take the over on. And then the Vikings are -198 to win it. But I am telling you, I did this with Jacksonville the past 2 years. Jacksonville has played back-to-back games overseas the past 2 years, and I'm telling you, take the Vikings. I'm not a bet. I don't bet on the Vikings very often. I root for them, and they're my team, but I think it's bad luck to bet on your team, so I don't bet on them. Hammer the Vikings this week. It will be a good win. And the Vikings haven't played well, and they're 2-2. They're still one of only 2 teams with a top 10 defense and top 10 offense in the NFL right now. So they've played bad, and they're still looking pretty good. So the Browns are the Browns. Be real. Panthers, Dalton, do you have anything you want to add to that? Sorry.
No, you said it all.
Cool. Panthers hosting the Dolphins. Dolphins lose Tyreek Hill for the season, unfortunately. Very unfortunate accident there with his knee. Probably PCL, MCL, and dislocated knee there. Prayers up for Tyreek Hill. Panthers hosting Dolphins. Panthers are currently +1.5 underdogs. The way Miami played the other night, it's hard to blame them. I'm going to still take the Panthers at home, though. They're even. It's basically pick them on the money line, +1.5. I'd probably tease that out to like +3.5, but I like the Panthers to win this game.
Yeah, me too. Home team. Miami without their most explosive player. Yeah, definitely. I like Carolina here for sure.
Cool. Jets hosting the Cowboys. I don't know what to think of this game, doll, and maybe you can give me a little better insight. Um, the Jets looked good in that second half. They looked terrible in the first half.
Hmm.
Do you think the Cowboys are going to be able to slow down the Jets? The Jets have proven they can put up points. Like they can do it.
That's what I mean. I
So
don't know. As of right now, the Cowboys have the best offense in the league and the worst defense in the league. So,
yeah,
I
most
think.
yards given up, most yards gained.
I mean, everyone was looking at the Bears game as like a correction for the Cowboys. Everybody's been looking good against the Bears until we played them, and then the Bears looked great against us. So, um, the Jets have shown that they can put up points, and I'm not confident about this game going in. Um, I
I
mean,
mean, I
it's
I
Jets at home. I still think. What's the spread?
+3 for the Jets. So the Cowboys on a neutral site would be -6. So they think the Cowboys are about a touchdown better than the Jets.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys plus
I'll,
3.
I'll ride with that. I'll ride with that. Cowboys -3,
Oh,
minus
minus 3.
155 on the money line. I will take that. Colts hosting the Raiders -6.5 Colts. I don't love the spread there. The Colts they're a real team. I think they're going to win some games. I think they have this division pretty much on lock, barring a collapse and a Houston revitalization, I guess, in
Yeah.
Houston. I mean, a renaissance, whatever you want to call it. I'm taking the Colts money line for sure. I don't love the 6.5 point
Oh,
spread here.
I'd take that. That doesn't scare
Really,
me. Yeah, especially with how many turnovers Gino's making
that's fair.
and how good the Colts special teams and defense is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Next,
I think they could definitely win by a touchdown.
okay, this next spread kind of surprised me. We have Eagles hosting the Broncos, and the Eagles are only home field advantage and only 3.5 point favorites. That means on a neutral site, they're saying the Eagles would only be half a point better than the Broncos, which is just wild to me considering how the Broncos offense has been playing. I really like the Eagles -3.5 here, and
Absolutely.
the money line is under -200. It's at 198. I love both of those. Eagles. Although
Sure.
I thought Chargers were a lock of the century last week, and they played about as bad. Vegas knew something because the Chargers looked awful last week. Like I'll give Jackson Dart credit. He went out there, he ran the offense. It's not like he was slinging the ball. He was running really well, but it's not like he was just out there dotting dudes up left and right, just tearing the Chargers apart. They just looked god awful. Like they were
Yeah.
playing terribly, and I don't understand it. But who knows? I would smash the Eagles here. Smash the Eagles.
Yes.
Um, Saints hosting the Giants. This was the one game that we thought maybe the Saints could get a win. Maybe they could do it.
Not
Zero
anymore.
percent chance. Giants +2.5 on the road. Hammer, 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 hammer. The Giants +105 money line. Don't.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's so funny because we were definitely saying that, and now I don't think that there's a chance
Yeah.
that the
And
Saints
now
win.
this is definitely going to be when the Saints win. 100%. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Saints a
Yeah.
lock. Ravens hosting the Texans. The Ravens are currently 1.5 point underdogs to the Texans at home. No Lamar Jackson. Houston gets a win last week. Houston's in a dog spot here. I said this going in. They were my pick of the week last week because they had to win. They were 0-3 going into a division rival game, and their upcoming games were on the road in Baltimore and on the road in Seattle. So Seattle's the only other team other than Minnesota with a top 10 defense and top 10 offense. So that's a tough
Yeah.
game. And then this game, even with no Lamar Jackson, you still have to deal with Derrick Henry, and your
Yeah.
defense has not looked too great. So I don't love this game. It's basically a pick 'em. If I had to go one way or the other, probably Ravens +1.5. They're the home team. Derrick Henry. I mean, I don't like betting on the road team to pull out a victory. So I will roll. I will say stay away from this game first and foremost. Second of all, Ravens. Oh,
I'm gonna disagree with you on this
fair
one
enough.
and say that I don't think. I mean, the Ravens already have looked not great. Oh, there we go. Even with Lamar Jackson. And yeah, I think the Texans are gonna use the momentum from this win this last week and come in and just trounce them. And then I think
They're gonna trounce them.
are the Ravens done?
I mean, if
Is this
Lamar's
the
out for an extended period of time, so let's. I got their schedule pulled up in front of me. So they barely lose to Buffalo week 1 in that epic collapse. They throttle the Browns 41-17. They barely lose to Detroit. Well, I say barely. They lose by 1 score to Detroit, and then they get beat by Kansas City after Lamar gets hurt. So their only losses are Detroit and Buffalo, and I don't think Detroit's the Detroit of old, but they are still a good team for now. Buffalo, best team in the NFL. Cleveland, with Lamar, they lost to good teams and they trounced bad teams. Coming up, they have the Texans and Rams. So those are both probably maybe a win with Houston 50-50, like I said. Probably lost to the Rams. Then you get a bye week. So then you get Chicago. You can win that game against Chicago. Then
yeah
you get Miami.
if they get Lamar back?
Oh, I think they can beat him without Lamar.
I don't know, man. I think things are
This Chicago Bears defense against the run is so atrocious. Derrick Henry can win you that game.
okay. We'll see.
Miami, at Miami, that's a 50-50 toss-up game. So, like, maybe not. At Minnesota, I don't think you win without Lamar Jackson. I guarantee you Lamar will be back by that week, though. I guarantee. That will be the week he comes back. I promise you. It's set in stone. The universe has said it. So if you can get 2 wins and go 2-4 with the bye and the 5 weeks Lamar is out, I mean, you're sitting at 3-5, 3-6 at that point, going in Minnesota, in Cleveland, to the Jets, to the Bengals, to the Steelers, to the Bengals, home against the Patriots, at Green Bay, at Pittsburgh. So Jets, Minnesota, New England, Green Bay are 4 non-divisional games. The rest of them are all divisional games. So, I mean, you have a good chance. You have a chance, right? You have a chance. Next game up on the list is Cardinals hosting the Titans. The Cardinals are currently -8.5 here. I'm going to go ahead and ride that.
Yeah.
Cam Ward said that this team is ass post-game. And you know what 28-year-old grown men don't like? When a 23-year-old kid who just came in and is first starting calls you ass. That is the fastest way to lose the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to like that. I don't like the outlook for the Titans this season going from here on out. Cardinals -8.5, taking it.
Snag.
Seahawks hosting the Bucks. This is going to be a game. I'm disappointed Spoon isn't on here for this one. I think the Bucks. I think it's set at -3 Seahawks, +3 Buccaneers. Bucks are +140. Seahawks are -162. Man, I mean it's. I feel like it's gonna be a 3-point game. So taking the Bucks +3 is a push. Taking the Hawks -3 is a push. But I have to ride because I think that I have to ride with the dog and go Bucks because you can't take the Hawks. So I'm gonna go Bucks +3 here at +140.
Yeah, I like that. I'd say that's a pretty good. It's a pretty good bet. Give me the Bucks.
We have Bengals hosting the Lions set at 10. Bengals +10. I'm gonna take Lions -10 there.
Sure, absolutely.
The way the Bengals defense is playing, I mean, they haven't been able to stop anybody.
Yeah,
at all.
especially with the Lions have been playing, man. They're kind of rolling.
Yeah, they're playing good. They're playing good. Chargers hosting the Commanders. No word on Jaden Daniels yet. Could be back this week. I'm taking the Chargers to bounce back at home. don't think it's going to be that close.
We'll see, man. I mean, Marcus Mariota's just old Jaden Daniels. I mean,
Whoa.
they are almost identical in play style. Now, as far as like talent wise goes, like
Okay.
obviously Jaden Daniels is better, but like
Okay. Dollar
on
store Jaden
paper,
Daniels. Dollar store
they're
Jaden Daniels.
they're the same quarterback. They do the same things. Jaden just does it at a higher
Way
level.
higher level. Okay. I thought you were saying like Marcus Mariota was just basically just as good as Jaden Daniels, and I was like,
No, they're just yeah.
what?
They just play exactly the same. You know
They
what I
have the
mean?
same play style.
They're
The
runners.
playbook stays the same. All that. Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
So they put up 27 points with him against a pretty good Falcons defense. Obviously they lost that game.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be a tough game for both teams. What's the spread?
-3 Chargers, +3 Commanders.
Mm,
I gotta take Chargers. I think they win by 7 points.
I want Commanders in this one. Give me Commanders minus +3.
All right. Bills hosting the Patriots. It's currently set at -8.5 Bills. I'm gonna actually stay off the spread in this one because it's a division game. And the money line is -410. The over/under set at 50.5. I don't like anything about this game. None of that sounds yummy to me. Don't like any of it. I want nothing to do with any of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this game, but I will take the Bills to win it.
Sure.
What's up?
Just our correspondent.
Just a little correspondent there. Just checking
Squatcho.
out.
Yeah, she's just
Checking
watching.
it out.
This is our producer.
Yeah, this is our producer Squatch. Jags hosting the Chiefs. Over/under set at 46.5. I like that under. I really like that under. Jaguars are +3.5 at home against Kansas City. Jags are 3-1, man. They have this defense in Jacksonville is
Mason Graham.
I like it a lot.
I like it too.
They are currently 5th in points. And, they held the Panthers to 10. Joe Burrow and the Bengals went off for 31, which Joe Burrow, I'm going to give him that.
Joe Burrow.
They held the Houston offense to 10, and they held San Francisco with Purdy in the game to 21. So a healthy Niners offense minus Kittle to 21 points. That's no small feat. And they did that on the road. They're coming back home. They get Kansas City coming off a win, not quite as desperate as they were last week. I could see a world where they win this game. So I'm going to go Jaguars +3.5. I might be buying into the hype a little too much, and I'm okay with that. I definitely like the under in this game. I see this as a 2017 game all day. So
yeah,
I like the under.
My bias is showing. I would love nothing more than the Chiefs to just keep losing.
Yeah, I don't see them keep losing, but I could definitely see it being a close game for Kansas City.
I can definitely see them losing this one in a close one for the Jaguars at home.
And Kansas City's got a tough schedule coming up. You ready for this? You ready for the schedule? Kansas City has at Jacksonville. Then they host the Lions. Then they get the Raiders at home. Nothing special there. Then they get the Commanders at home. Jaden Daniels should 100% be back for that game, bearing injury. Then they go to Buffalo. That's just their next 5. So you got, 4 really tough games in the next 5, and then they get a bye week.
The divisional game's a toss-up. They could totally lose that
game. They could, but I think they'll win. Then you get the bye week, week 10, and then you go to Denver, tough defense, divisional game. Then you host Indianapolis, who's red hot. Then you go to Dallas, which we know they can put up points on anybody. Then you get Houston, who will be desperate for wins at that point in the season and will be clawing their way for the wild card spot. Then you get the Chargers at home, which is going to be a tough divisional game. Then you go to Tennessee, easy game. But then you host Denver, another tough divisional game. Then you go to the Raiders, which I don't think will be that hard of a game. But, this is 100% to me. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games in their schedule remaining that are like you could easily lose that game. Now they could win, but I would put the odds of them winning sub 70% in those games. All of them. I'd put sub 70% win likelihood in all those games, but over 50%. Like they'll be favored, but they're not going to be like an 80% favorite, right? They're going to be a -3, a -3.5, a -4.5, a -2.5. And I'm sure at Buffalo they'll be dogs. I'm sure against Indy it'll be a -2.5. Stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. So Detroit, they may even be dogs at home again,
Mm-hmm.
which will be the easiest thing. Bet Mahomes anytime he's a dog at home. He proved that this week. But their defense is still playing at a top 10 level. Their offense is top 15 right now. Best offense in the league, not turning the ball over. They got some things going for them in Kansas City still. They're not spent yet. They're not out of this. So that will be the Monday Night Football game this week. Is there anything else you want to add or that you want to look forward to? We talked about the Texans and how desperate they're going to be for wins. Anybody that's a letdown for you so far? Big letdown.
Man, Tennessee, dude. I was really hoping that at least put up some points and look competitive and win
Okay.
some games. But holy moly, dude, I did not think at this point we'd have two winless teams and two lossless teams. I think it's funny how there's a correlation. Last week it was 6-6, and then it quickly,
Yep.
quickly changed. And now we're looking at Philly is the only Philly
Yeah,
and
dude, and I don't.
Bills.
This Philadelphia situation is really perplexing me. I mean, what am I missing here with this Denver game? Like they're -3.5 against Denver on the road. Oh no, they're at home.
No,
They're at
they're
home.
at home.
Sorry. So they're -3.5 against the Broncos at home, which in betting terms you get 3 points for being the home team. Like standard. Like if you're the home team, it starts at -3 and then they go up or down from there based on the actual teams. And I mean, Denver does have the second best ranked defense in the league right now, points for, which we expected. We expected them to be a top 3 defense. No surprise there. But they have struggled to reach 20 points twice this season. Once against Tennessee and the other against the Chargers. And Chargers are a divisional game. They probably should have beaten Indianapolis, so you could make the argument they should be 3-1, but they didn't. So I don't, I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses for every team. Oh, they should have done. They should have done. They should. No, they're 2-2. They are what their
Yeah.
record says they are. Now they get at Philly, and Philly doesn't have. They have kind of a cakewalk schedule after Denver. Okay, no, I lied. They have 2 really easy games out of 3. They'll get Denver, then they go to New York, which would be an easy game for them. Then they go to Minnesota. Minnesota has a really good chance to be healthy by that game. That might be the first game where Minnesota's offensive line plays together for the first time this season, and we'll
Okay.
have like 3 guys coming off IR potentially. Not set in stone. But if we don't have that, then that's a walkthrough game for Philly. And then you go New York Giants at home, which is another walkthrough game for Philly. Then it gets tough. Barring injury, they go to Green Bay, Detroit at home, at Dallas, walk through against the Bears, at Chargers, walk through against the Raiders, at Commanders, at Bills, Commanders at home. That is 2 easy games. That's 4 easy games the rest of the year, if Minnesota's healthy. If Minnesota's not healthy, 5 easy games the rest of the year. Because I think that if we don't have our full complement, we will get dog walked by them. I firmly believe that. And even if we have our full complement and it's all their first game back and they're not up to snuff, they'll get dog walked then too. I anticipate Philly to probably be -4.5 in that game. That's -7.5 on a neutral field. I feel like that's probably about what that game's going to end at. But yeah, Philly does not have an easy schedule. Like they're starting good, and you know we asked the question earlier: could they beat the Chiefs? Could they beat the Rams? Which they did, both close games. But could they do that? And they did. And I'm not sitting here saying they can't win all those games. They could go undefeated, right? Like they're a really good football team, a really
I
good
mean, they've
football team.
won 20. What is it? What's the stat? They've won like their last 20
They
games in a
won
row.
17 of their last 18.
Yeah.
Going all the way back to last year. So they're a grade 1, grade A football team. Here's the biggest thing for me. The offense for Philadelphia, 30th in yards. They've gained the second least amount of yards of any team this season.
Doesn't seem
Because
like they need to, though.
but that because they haven't needed to. They've been getting short fields. The defense has been getting turnovers. They've been getting short fields.
And they
So
don't play from behind.
yeah, and you know, in my opinion, that will regress. They're a top 7 offense. That will regress, and that will, you know, they'll move up to, you know, a top 15 yardage offense, right? They're not going to stay at 30th in yards and 7th in points. It will either the points will come back or the yards will come up. So that remains to be seen. And then the defense has not played particularly well. They rank 15th in points and 22nd in yards. So it's not like the defense is going out there and shutting people out. They're just getting turnovers. They're top 10 in turnovers right now. So they're 10th in turnover percentage, 10th in total, 10th in 10th in turnovers, actually, just across the board. That's crazy. So this offense, if this offense's yards come up, I think they continue to win and they win more of these games. If this offense's yards go or points go down, obviously they're going to lose. But one of those two things is about to happen very soon because that's just too wide of a gap for it to stay that way. And the
I'm
defense,
interested to see it.
yeah, unless the defense turns it on here. But the defense got, you know, they've only allowed less than 20 points once out of 4 games. Granted, the Bucks, the Cowboys, the Rams, all good offenses. Denver does not have a good offense. New York we'll see what Jackson Dart is. I'm not sold. Minnesota, we'll see health. The Packers, they can put up points. The Lions, they can put up points. Cowboys, we already know. The Bears, capable of putting up points. The Chargers, definitely. They have to play the Commanders twice. The Bills. I mean, they have a tough schedule the back half of the season. So, anything you want to add? I wanted to just talk about that for a minute.
No, sir.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week, and have a good one, boys. Peace.